Future perfect. What is the future perfect tense? Here are some of the most common uses of the future perfect. We use this tense to talk about future action that will be finished before some specified point in the future. For example, by next October, I will have received my money. We can also use it to show that something will continue up until another action in the future. For example, I will have been in London for 6 months by the time I leave. With the future perfect, we express conviction that something happened in the near past. For example, the train will have left by now. We have to look for another way to get there. In this situation, I am sure that the train has already left. Now let's discover how to form the future perfect. There are 2 different forms. Will, with the following structure: subject plus will plus have plus past participle. For example, you will have perfected your English by the time you come back from the USA. You can also form the future perfect with be going to. In this case, the structure is subject, the verb to be, am, is, or are, plus going to, plus have, and finally the past participle. For example, by the time she gets home, he's going to have cleaned the entire house. Note that to create the future perfect, those 2 forms can be used interchangeably. For example, you can say, by next November, I will have received my promotion. But you can also say, by next November, I am going to have received my promotion. Now let's analyze the affirmative, negative, and interrogative forms of the future perfect. In the affirmative with the auxiliary verb will, we use the following structure: subject plus will plus the auxiliary verb have plus past participle. For example, by the time I come home, my sister will have left. In the negative, the structure is subject, will plus not, the auxiliary verb have, and the past participle. For example, Denise will not have studied by the day of the exam. In the interrogative, we build it using will, then the subject, the auxiliary verb have, and finally past participle. For example, will Cedric have stopped playing basketball by the end of the school year?